Part 2 of how Ram defeated the demon king Ravan. Ram is banished. That means sent away. King Dashrat had been doing some serious thinking. He was getting too old. It was time he handed over the throne to his son Ram. Why wait to die, he thought. It would give me so much pleasure to see my son Ram sit on my throne and rule. He made an announcement in court. Let the preparations for my son's coronation begin. Meanwhile, Queen Kaikia, Bharat's mother, was idle. She had a scheming hunchback maid who came to her and said, "Today you are lolling happily on pillows, sucking on a mango, but your tomorrows are bound to be miserable." "What on earth can you mean?" Kaikia asked. "When Ram is king, no one will care for you or your dear son Bharat." "What nonsense you talk," she said, delicately wiping mango juice off her fingers. "I love Ram, and he is the heir. Not if you change things." "But how can I?" "Easily," said the scheming maid. "Remember, a very long time ago you saved Dashrat's life during a war, and he said he would grant you any 2 wishes. "Yes, and I said I would ask for my wishes later, when I knew what I wanted," said Kaikia, sucking out some more juice from her mango. "Exactly. Ask for them now. Ask for Bharat to be crowned king and for Ram to be banished to the forest for 14 years. Now, King Dashrat's palace had a room where anyone could go if they were feeling angry or upset. Kaikia went into the anger room and threw herself on the ground. Soon King Dashrat came in to find out what was troubling her. Kaikia was so pretty, so very pretty. The king could never ignore her for long. "What is the matter, my sweet wife?" Remember, this is his 3rd wife. King Dashrat asked. "Oh, nothing much," she answered. "It cannot be nothing, or else you would not be in this room. Besides, your eyes are all puffy. Tell me, sweet, what is the matter?" "I want to ask you for my 2 wishes," Kaikia said. "My queen, I cannot break my promise to you. You know that. Ask for what you desire," Dashrat said. "Crown Bharat king and banish Ram to the forest for 14 years, she said. King Dashrat was stunned into silence. He had never broken his word to God, man nor beast. What could he do now? His happiness and his future had all been stolen from him. "Go and get Ram," he whispered with difficulty to his servants. When Ram arrived, his father was far too unhappy to speak. It was Kaikia who said, Bharat is to be king, and you are to be banished for 14 years. "Is this what my dear father desires?" Ram asked. "Your father is keeping his 2 promises to me," Kaikia said. "Then I have no choice. I must honour my father's word. If promises are made, they must be kept. Let Bharat rule. There is not much difference between us. I will leave tomorrow." As Ram was preparing to leave, his wife Sita and his brother Lashman announced they would accompany him. "I cannot live without you," Sita said. "And I will guard you both," Lashman said. "The forest is full of unknown dangers," Ram said. "There are only leaves and twigs to sleep on and roots and berries for food. Enjoy the comforts of the palace. 14 years will pass quickly. You don't need to come with me." But Sita and Lashman would not be persuaded. The 3 packed a few belongings and set out for the forest that lay to the south of Kosala. All of Ayodhya wept at the disaster that had struck them. The birds stopped singing and flowers refused to bloom. As for the king, he fell into a deep gloom. "I cannot bear it! I cannot bear it!" he cried. One day his heart broke and he died. Bharat was sent for. He had to be crowned king. But when he found out what his mother had done, he began to curse her. He decided to rush to the forest and bring his brother Ram back. Bharat followed after Ram and found him on a quiet mountain top that was covered with spring flowers. "Our father is dead. Please come back and be king," Bharat begged. "I must keep my father's promise," Ram said. "If we give in, a little bit here, a little bit there, soon there will be no honour left. No, I cannot return for 14 years. I'm sure you will rule wisely." "I will never wear the crown and never sit on the throne," Bharat said with great passion. "Give me your sandals. I will place them on the throne in your name. I will go back to our kingdom only as your caretaker, and I'll sit at the foot of the throne. Our family and the people of Casala will wait patiently for 14 years until you return. For 14 years there will be no merriment and no music. And I'll read part 3 next.